Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have completed the poem I Dream a World. That was a beautiful poem, and question answers will be uploaded in your Davy website. So, today we are going to start chapter number 6 Stone Soup in Bohemia. After reading the name of the chapter, you will be little surprised that what kind of chapter is it? Stone Soup. What is a stone soup? So it is a humorous chapter. It is based on someone's intelligence, and yes, the soup is stone soup and the place is Bohemia. So before beginning the chapter, let's do the pre-reading task. Have you ever befooled anyone? Narrate the event in the class. So, have you ever made fool of anyone? If you have done it, you can narrate the incident. Classroom teaching is not there. You can narrate the incidents at your home. If you were to choose between intelligence and money, what would you opt for? Give reasons for your choice. So it is up to you that if you were given chance that from intelligence or money, what do you want to choose? So whatever you like, you can choose, and you must have reasons for your answer also. Now read the story and find out how a hungry soldier's intelligence fetches him a satisfying meal. So now what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to read the chapter, and in the chapter what you will see that a soldier was hungry, and because of its intelligence he was able to get food. So let's begin with the story. In Europe, in the old days, soldiers returning from war used to roam around in countryside. They depended partly upon the kindness of the populace, and partly, as we shall see in this tale, upon their own sharp wits. So it is a story of the old times in Europe. The story is set up in Europe in old times. They are telling us when soldiers they used to return from wars. In that at that time so many wars were there. Every time there was a war, so they used to return from war, and at that time proper transportation facilities were not there, so they used to roam countryside. They used to go countryside so that they can get some food, and they just depended, because they did not have something of their own, anything of their own, so they depended on the population of those areas, that they will give them food, so that they can survive, or otherwise they use their brain, they use their intelligence to get their food, as we shall read in the story. 3 or 4 centuries ago in Bohemia, a soldier reached a small village. So 3 4 centuries ago we are talking about soldier. He reached in Bohemia, the place is Bohemia. A soldier reached a small village. It was a it was a drab, threadbare kind of place, but he walked into the village square and unloaded his meager kit: a rough leather pack, a horsehair blanket, and an iron cauldron which he carried on his back like a hump. So, he reached a very small village. That was a village where very less number of people were being shown, all alone. It seemed that less people were living there. But what he did, he went to the village square, where village square is the place under a tree where people used to sit. It is a platform kind of place. He went there, and he unloaded his meager kit. Meager kit, a kit, a bag in a bad condition. He opened that, and these are the things he had. Stretching himself, loosening his coat, and taking his boots off, he settled down on the pavement for the night. So, he stretched himself means he was in a resting position, and he opened his boots also. He took off his boots and he loosened his coat, and then he laid on that pavement for the night. He was thinking that I am going to take rest at night. Almost at once he felt a certain hostility among the passersby, by a grumpy resentment. I suppose you think we are going to feed you. Now, you know, when people were crossing from there, what he saw that their attitude was quite unfriendly. and unfriendly attitude was there, and they were feeling angry because of him, and they were just saying that, do you really think that we are going to give you some food? Old man said, leaning on his stick as he watched the soldier. Well, I will have you know, young man, that I am a burgomaster of the village. Burgomaster is the chief magistrate. Now, that burgomaster was making it clear to him that we are not going to feed you. I will tolerate no good for nothings here. We have mouths of our own to think of. Do you hear me, young man? Said this horrid person. So now this burgomaster made it clear to him that we are not going to feed you and we are not going to tolerate you here. The soldier heard all too clearly. Soldier was also listening to them very clearly, that what they want to say. If only because the burgomaster was now bellowing at the top of his voice, and the little crowd that had gathered around him was echoing his words with every sign of approval. At that time, that burgomaster, he was shouting so loudly that people gathered there. There was a crowd, and that crowd was also supporting that burgomaster. They were repeating his words that we are not going to give him anything. Not a bean will I give, a woman with a wart on her nose was saying. So, people were just saying that we are not going to give him a single bean, not a single pea pod. We are respectable folk here, said another. Soon the whole square was murmuring disagreeably. So, everyone disagreed with that soldier and agreed with that burgomaster. And the soldier, soldier might have been forgiven, but he was so strong. He was not feeling depressed and downhearted. Means, if he would have felt depressed or downhearted, maybe people would have forgiven him and gave him some food. But now he was not disheartened at all. In fact, he was not disheartened at all, for he was extremely cheerful. He was quite happy. He had certain plan in his mind. He swept off his red cap, made a mock bow to assembly, winked at the woman with a wart on her nose, and said, "All right, friends, all right, Mr. Burgomaster, sir, don't worry." Now he agreed with them. "All right, sir, it's okay, fine, Mr. Burgomaster, please, no need to worry. I won't ask a thing of you." Means, I'm not going to ask certain things from you. I'm not going to ask that. I will just spend the night here, if I may, minding my own business, and in the morning I'll be on my way. Then he said, "It's okay. I will not disturb you. I'm just sleeping here, and then in the morning, and I will do my own work, and in the morning I will move from here. Don't worry about that. I know how you all feel, and I don't blame you for it. We old soldiers, we can be nuisance sometime. No, don't worry. Don't you worry, I will just clean up my cauldron." And he rubbed the inside of the pot in a dastardly sort of way with a spotted handkerchief. "Just prepare the crockery and make myself a nice bowl of stone soup. Now," he said, "I am just minding my work, and I'll go back in the morning. I know we soldiers are a certain kind of problem for you. I know that. So don't worry. So I'll just clean my cauldron," means his utensil. He cleaned that with a improper manner, with a handkerchief only. He cleaned that, and he said, "I will just prepare myself a stone soup." And so saying, he pulled out of his bag two large stones. Popping them into the cauldron, he filled it with water from village pump. Now, after saying so that I am going to make a stone soup, what he did, he pulled out two large stones from his bags, and he put them into the water that he has filled with the village pump, lit a fire of sticks, and settled down upon the ground to wait for the brew to boil. Now he was waiting. You can see that he has lit the fire also, and these two stones are there, and that is water, and soup is brewing. The villagers looked on stupefied. "Stones? So was the man mad? Just stones in water? What kind of stones? Was he a magician? Who has ever heard of such a dish? Stone soup?" ran the murmur around the square. Now The people were confused that what kind of person he was. He was preparing stone soup. And what kind of stones these are? Was he a magician? And this kind of murmuring was among the people. So they were confused. You can see in the picture they are confused. This is the burgomaster and these are the other people, and this is the soldier preparing his food. This is his cauldron, his utensil. So students, today up to here only we will study. Please revise the chapter, and in the next video we will continue the chapter from page number 39. Thank you students. Have a nice day.